Ahoy, 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 polloi, and welcome back to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. I am as ever your humble and contrite host, Michael Lundy, and we are sitting down today with a very good friend of the radio show, of me personally, and to songwriters here in the area. We are sitting down today with the one and only Jason Yoder. We're going to talk about his songwriting approach, his early days, and what he's up to now. And all of the songs that you're going to hear today were recorded live in one take at his offices in downtown Sunbury, Pennsylvania. We're going to kick off with a new song by Jason entitled Walking by the River. And we're going to kick it off right now here on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast with the one and only Jason Yoder. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Walking by the River.
Just walking by the river. The suns are sparkling in my eye. I watch the snakes lay down and slither. I see the birds up in the sky. Thought come down upon me. Somehow it smacks me in the face. How can the river be so free? And yet it rarely leaves its place. I stand and gaze upon the mountain, so high and steep above my head. My heart and spirit start a-shouting. If I can listen, I'll be led. Taken to a path within the forest, sometimes so dark I cannot see. And as I listen to the chorus, all of nature sings in harmony. Walking by the river, the the sun's just sparkling in my eyes.
Hey, welcome back to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast, and I have been waiting to sit down and do this interview with Jason Yoder. Not only because he is probably one of the most prolific and insightful and heartfelt songwriters in this area, not only because he is one of the premier guitar players in finger picking and guitar playing styles, but also because he's a really good person, and I would like to think he's a really good friend. So without further ado, I would like to welcome to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast, Jason Yoder. Jason, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm blushing. You can't see me, but I'm blushing.
Well, it's well earned because you. This is where I always stammer, because it's like, you know, you're a preeminent figure here in the central Susquehanna Valley music scene. You not only do a lot of performing, but you do a lot of encouraging for other artists. And we'll talk about the songwriter showcase in that. I forget where we met, but it may have been at the Isle of Q when you used to do the song? No, it was the mashups that they used to do down there, I think. I don't think so. Where did we first meet?
So I believe that you played a benefit with your band. Mm-hmm. Am I allowed to drop your name?
Yeah, I don't care.
Prairie Dogma.
Yeah.
At a pet thing in Lewisburg on the street. Right. And I played there that day too. That was the first day.
Oh, man, I am sorry. I don't remember. I swear, I would swear to a judge that we met at the Isle of Q.
Nope.
So that was, I think Becky Blue put that together, didn't she?
Yes, I do believe so. Yeah, it was out
the William Cameron Fire Company or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have a story that, we won't get into this, but do you remember the guy that ran the sound for that?
Oh my God, okay. Do I ever remember that?
Offline, Jason and I are going to remember this now that this is where we met. So that was, I want to say that was like 2015, 2016.
It was a little bit ago.
I know it was just Bruce and Dave and I, so we were still the three pieces before Jeff Schneider joined us. So that was a while ago. So we have known each other
it's been a little while.
Wow. Well, the pleasure has been mine, and I have been such a beneficiary of your generosity and your encouragement. So it is with a great deal of humility that I sit down and talk to you, because I mean you're one of the big ones in my book. So
well, I do appreciate that. I just see myself as me, but I mean, you know, like. It's like hard to see yourself that way.
It's like the old story that, you know, like the I think I've heard the Beatles say this, and I've heard Michael Nesmith and the Monkees say this, and he alluded to this about Jimi Hendrix. None of those people have ever experienced, the Beatles never experienced the Beatles as a performance.
You're correct.
Jimi Hendrix, you've never experienced yourself as a performer.
Never.
Yeah. So you look at yourselves like, I'm just Jason Yoder. But, you know, when I'm sitting out there in the audience watching you, it's like, holy crap, man.
Well, I appreciate that.
And when I play your stuff on the radio, it's like, oh, geez, you know. And I think you are a founding member of the radio show. I think your stuff was, you were on the first show. I know that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. You sent me the stuff,
I like that. So, I'm very proud that you're doing that, and this podcast.
Yeah.
Likewise, like to me, it means the world. Like I think songwriting and local music, even if it's not songwriting, I'm a big songwriter advocate, but even if it's not, just even local music and the way people present their covers that they like to do, I just think that is like the best thing, the best thing. So I applaud you for that.
Well, again, you know, I'm just doing me. So
yeah, wow. You do it well.
Thank you. No, so now that we've got this whole mutual appreciation thing going on, that is one of the things that I think you and I have in common, is that I appreciate the musicians out there. I really do, and the bands, you know, and the bands that play the dances and the stuff. But we have a plethora. We have a well represented group of songwriters.
Very well represented group.
And they're not crappy songwriters.
No,
These are good songwriters.
There's a lot of good songwriters out there.
And I really want somebody at some point to come and like give me some objective data to say, I defy anybody to find a similar sized community of what I call the Susquehanna Valleys, from like Danville down to Sealands Grove up to Williamsport and State College.
Absolutely.
To have this number of songwriters and performers of this caliber, I think we've got a treasure trove here.
I do believe so.
And you're one of the preeminent ones. So
I'm bowing. Thank
you.
you.
All right. So let's get to so we're actually doing this because Jason is going to be a part of our third songwriter showcase up at the Backhouse Cafe in Williamsport on the 16th of June, and he's going to be playing with Jeff Mamet and Elisa Suley up at the Backhouse. So we're going to sit down with the three of the participants separately. So that's why we're here. But even before that, I wanted to sit down and talk.
Yeah, you did.
Because I know you a little bit, but I really want to get to know you. Yeah, so, I think right now we should give a shout out to the behind the scene person of the Jason Yoder juggernaut, and that's Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze does. Yeah. She does everything.
Well, she does. She really does.
She took over scheduling for me, so it just... Yeah,
really? Did she do the booking for you too?
Yeah, booking,
how do I get someone like that?
If you talk nice enough to her, she might just do it. Yeah.
No, I think she's busy enough with you.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she is.
She actually she gives me a lot of pointers on my songs, really? And then she'll even like throw in lines, and so
you credit her for it.
I do. I have songs that are credited.
You're just a good.
She has actually written songs by herself too.
Really?
She won't ever tell anybody that.
Well, we're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, she's working on it. She's working on it.
Well, good. So she's starting song, right? Where did it start for you? Because you come from a musical family.
I do come from a musical family.
So let's go. Let's set let's rewind the tape back to, you starting and tell us a little bit about your family background with music.
So actually, going before I even knew it, and this is a little known fact, I have my great-great-grandmother, Ruby Hooten Schwab. She was a songwriter, and she was a piano player, and she wrote these songs that I found when I was in my teens after I had started writing songs. Yeah. My mom gave them to me, and I was absolutely blown away. So that would probably be one of my first musical. Have
you performed or recorded any of her songs?
I have not. A buddy of mine, Justin Arn, he played a couple of them for me because they're very heavy piano music.
Oh, sure.
So I mean, I read music, but it just took me a while. And he was over at the house right when I got him, so he just played them right instantly, and I was very, very impressed.
That would be a really good project.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do it, but I got a million projects right
now. So her name again was what?
Ruby Hooten Schwab.
That's a hell of a good name.
Yeah.
Now, was she from the area?
No. So I was born in the state of Indiana.
I did not know that.
Goshen, Indiana. Yep.
Land of Goshen. Cool.
The land of very flat land out there.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I traveled through that.
Yeah.
So great-great-grandmother, songwriter. You found him.
Yep.
And
then my father.
Oh yeah.
Fred Yoder.
Yeah.
He's been a songwriter ever since I remember. I mean, he played the guitar when we were children. He would play White Lightning. You know the song White Lightning?
Oh gosh, yeah.
He would play that, and we would run around the room, jumping up and down, screaming. That's the first memories I have of being like around the guitar and him was that song. And,
oh wow!
And
he's a good songwriter too.
He is a very good songwriter.
We played some of his stuff on the show, and at some point, Fred, we're going to get you to sit down and do one of these interviews. So. That's another story.
He's a hard man to track down.
Yes, he is. So running around, your dad's playing guitar, White Lightning, and you're running around. How did that evolve with you?
So then I believe the next thing I did was I joined chorus when I was in like third grade or second grade. Mm-hmm. I just liked singing. I never considered myself a singer, which is kind of funny because I sing all the time now. But I always considered myself a guitar player, but I started out singing, and then I moved to the trumpet and chorus. when I was like 5th grade. So I played the trumpet for a while. I still actually play the trumpet. I use it on a couple of songs I wrote.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have released. I put it on there.
Okay. Cool.
You can't hear it. It's in the background, but I mean, it's there. It's definitely there.
Wow, I didn't know that. So I learned 2 things now. So how did you get from Indiana to Sudbury?
Well, that's a long journey.
Well, we got time.
That is a long journey.
I mean, you can give us the Reader's Digest version.
A quick version is my parents moved out to Pennsylvania to this metropolis of Dice. Do you know where Dice is?
No.
Yeah, nobody does. Yeah. It's a little town between New Berlin and Mifflinburg. You blink and you're through it.
I've never heard of it. Wow.
Yeah, so they moved out there, started their own business, and then they moved to Middleburg. I moved to Selinsgrove. They moved to outside of New Berlin. Now is where they live.
Okay,
mostly.
All right.
Yeah.
So the parents brought you here then?
Basically, yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
all right. Cool.
I was 2 when we moved.
Oh, okay.
From Indiana, but I did go out there when we were young, like 4 times a year, because my grandparents, both sets of grandparents.
I was going to ask you, like your grandparents and family still live out there?
Correct. Most of them lived out there. My dad had a sister and her family that moved out here eventually later on. Yeah. So we did have some family out here, but most of my family was all right. In Indiana. Now we're all over the place, though.
Okay.
Like a spider web.
Cool. Yeah. So we get you to the central Susquehanna Valleys here in Pennsylvania, and you're running around your dad to White Lightning. You're in chorus and playing the trumpet. Go from there. Did you play in bands in high school? I
did. I played in a high school band, and then I picked up the guitar when I would say about 13, maybe 12. I picked up the guitar.
So guitar is not your first instrument then?
Correct. It's not.
Wow.
I spent more hours with it.
Sure. But you didn't start
by a million. No, I didn't start. And when I first picked it up, I was around people that I thought they knew everything about the guitar, and I'd watch them and I'd feel so like, I don't know anything. I don't even know what that note's called. I don't even know what the string is.
That's actually surprising because your dad plays. Your dad plays guitar.
Yeah.
You didn't start with it, but
Well, he did. He taught me. He actually taught me my first chords, and things like that. But like, I mean, after that, I still felt like like I didn't know scales because my dad's more of a strummer. He knows scales. Don't get me wrong, but like he's more of a strummer, and I consider myself. I don't know anymore, but I consider myself more of a strummer. Like I don't love to take leads all the time because my leads are more my rhythm when I play.
Right.
So I feel like sometimes it's just overkill.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I have an electric with some distortion, don't get me wrong, I'll whip out a good lead or two.
Most of us strum. I put myself in that strummer category too. But if you get the right guitar and the right amount of feedback, we all try to tap into our inner Hendrix. So,
I mean, it's in there.
Yeah, it's in there. So did you play in like garage bands, like bands in
Absolutely.
high school?
I played in several bands.
Yeah.
Ever since maybe like 15. I think I started in bands at 15, but I was around the bands. I played acoustic guitar mostly. I still mostly play acoustic guitar. Yeah. And I would be around the bands, but I'd be writing songs and like that, and then they would have the whole band sound, and I'd be like, you guys are awesome. Like I really like drooling, like, oh, these guys are great. These guys are great. And then eventually I joined a couple bands, and I always felt like I really liked the creativity because every band I was around we always wrote music.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we always wrote music. Yeah. I wasn't ever just in a cover band.
Okay.
Of course we played covers. Yeah. Everybody plays covers, but.
Right. So when did you start writing? I mean, when did you start writing songs?
I would guess 13.
Wow.
I couldn't even tell you what my first song is. I write a lot of them, and I forget about them. I used to write them in a steno notebook and then rip out the pages. Yeah. Bad idea. You lose like half of the songs.
So if you're an aspiring songwriter, get something that has a binding to it.
Yeah, so I use these books now. They're like bound book. I filled up this one.
So you have a stack of songs.
And I have so many songs.
Oh, wow. I admire you. Kevin Regan's another one. I don't know if I posted a picture of his stack of songs. It's like 3.5, 4 inches of paper.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's incredible. And I think it's got to be over 32 songs recorded now.
Nice.
And he's just like over at Blackberry Alley Studio, just like all the time.
Yeah, I've been talking to Luke. I was wanting to pop over there.
Man.
He's like, stop over. I'm like, I know, but I'm so busy, so it's hard to schedule the time.
So, I mean, like the songs that you were writing when you were 13, if you are they keepers? I mean, is it something that you would go back and play now?
Maybe not 13. In my teens, I definitely do. My first album, second album, sorry. My first album was a Christmas album.
Yeah,
I don't consider that. I mean, it's my first album, but it was not original music.
Right, yeah, but it's still your album.
Yes, it's still my album. So my second album, Stillwater Blackout,
yes.
a lot of those songs were written in my teens.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You have a maturity then. I mean, because those I didn't know that because I didn't know the time frame of your recorded work.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those songs are from when you were a teen and early.
I would probably say late teens.
Yeah.
A lot of those songs came like 17. So I'm going to dip into this. I had a brother that died in a car accident when I was 17.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well,
wow.
It was a long time ago.
Sure,
and I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. A lot of that pain and that I felt turned into music, and it turned into songwriting. And
because I know we played a number of songs off of that album, and I would think, oh, these were written, in your adult self.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a level of maturity even at that young age. That's pretty admirable and impressive.
Well, thank you.
And the first song you played, "Walking by the River," that's like a new song, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you had it. Hey, here they come. So if you hear the clicking of toes here, we have Shadow and we have Cupcake. And Cupcake. Oh, and we have Sprinkles here too.
Watching Sprinkles.
Just knocked
Watch,
the water
she likes
over.
chords too.
Oh, she does. Oh, hi Sprinkles. So we've got the dogs in here with us, and
and Blaze.
Yeah, and Blaze. But Blaze just walked through. So Jason, that surprises me that you.
Well, I don't know if you know this either.
Nope.
When I was 13, my parents took us to Honduras, and
really,
yep, so maybe 12.
Somebody's dipping into your water.
Oh my God! Get out of my water!
Cupcake is helping herself to.
It's almost all gone.
Yeah. Hey, you were thirsty, weren't you?
Yeah. So we went to Honduras because I have Cupcake. Come on. I have two sisters and a brother adopted from Honduras.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know that.
Yep. And my parents took us down there to meet them for the first time.
Uh-huh.
I was either 12 or 13. I want to say 12 because I think I turned 13 that summer because, we went down, flew back after we met them. We were down there for a week. And then that summer they were supposed to come back. So my mom took us down and we stayed down there for almost... I want to say 2 months it ended up being because there was problems with their visas and stuff. So it took them forever. And we ended up flying back. And then my mom brought them back, I think in October or November that year.
Gosh.
Yeah. So I've been to Honduras several times throughout my teenage years, and the stuff you see down there, it definitely brings some maturity to your eyes. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Like you don't see that stuff on the streets in Pennsylvania at all.
I think it should be a requirement that people travel to a foreign country and just see how.
Yeah, because it's definitely an eye opener.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's definitely an eye opener.
So garage bands, but not cover bands. Not you were playing original stuff even with the bands in high school.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. So from high school up until now, let's take us through that.
Oh wow! Okay, that's a long time.
We got time.
I am 43.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, I'm 43.
Oh my God,
that was a while ago.
Yeah. I'm 60, so we're not that old.
No.
So from high
60 is
school,
the new 25.
That's right. That's right. So from high school up until now, let's kind of take us through that. As far as music and stuff like that.
I did a lot of playing, songwriting. I worked in a music store for a while.
Okay.
I really liked that. It really taught me a lot of stuff. After my brother.
How so with working in a music store? I mean, obviously, you're around musicians and that, but expand on that a little bit.
Well, you see a lot. Everybody comes in and plays the guitar.
Okay.
They love to come in and play the guitars.
Yeah.
I mean, we love to come in and play the guitars. It doesn't matter. So you go in and you see all these different people playing different styles and different techniques and ways of applying what you know to the guitar.
Yeah.
So it really, just watching and seeing what other people do really opened my eyes.
So would you go up and like, hey, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, really? That might intimidate me a little bit if I'm in there just playing, but it would also usually, flatter me.
So back then, it was a music world in the Susquehanna Valley. Well, I don't know if you were ever there.
No.
So they had all their guitars were like up on a rack. So you pretty much had to take them down for the person.
Isn't like now where you can just go in and just
play
stuff?
Okay. There were a couple that were on the ground that people would grab, but most of them they were hung up and they wanted us to take them down so they didn't get dinged up.
Yeah, right. Wow. So that's pretty. Now not only that, but I'm sure that you had a number of your peers come through there as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And make connections through that. With did you form any like musical alliances through the store? Or?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There was. Let me think. Scott Bachman worked there. He taught guitar lessons there.
Oh wow. Okay.
Tom Fitzgerald, who was the manager from the '86 band. There was a ton of people in and out of there. Justin Arnn, I met Justin Arnn there when he was still in high school.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a great environment to
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Not really start out with. I mean, because you had already been playing when you were working there, I assume. Correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I went in there and I picked up an acoustic guitar and played some classical. I forget what I was playing at the time. Some kind of fingerstyle guitar, and that wasn't the greatest back then, to be honest. I didn't think it was that smooth or efficient, but the lady that was there was like, "Do you want a job?"
No kidding.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take a job." Because everyone comes in and plays like electric guitar riffs, you know what I mean? So she was like, "This will sell."
Good thing you didn't play Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, there was no stairway in that place.
Yeah, good. No stairway. So when, because like I said, you have, if the case is that you're
Cupcake.
Do you want to be part of this too?
Say hi, Cupcake.
Say hi, Cupcake.
She doesn't.
Now she doesn't want.
She
to
won't speak when you want her to.
At what point did you really like say I am a songwriter, or did you start out like these are good enough that I'm a songwriter?
I never considered myself a songwriter, to be honest, until I did this. I put out my first album, my first original album, and I really liked how that felt doing the original songs, and I always wrote. Don't get me wrong, I never really took it that serious until that album.
So when did you release that album?
I think it was 2015.
Okay, so pretty recently.
Yeah, it might have been 13. My first album came out. No, sorry, it wasn't 15. It was 13.
Okay.
My first album, the Christmas one, came out in December of 2010.
Okay.
And then that was a funny story. I was sitting there, and then this guy messaged me, "You want to come play a show at Reverb in Reading?" And it was like I was not. I just put it out for my friends. Like, I didn't consider myself a performer, and they wanted me to come play this show. I was very nervous for that. Yeah. I did it, but I was very nervous for
it. Well, that album, Acoustic Night, is what the title of the album is.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. We did for the radio show over Christmas. We did, I think we did 2 separate shows of all Christmas music, and your album, I think we played the entire album for one of our Christmas shows.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I did hear that.
Yeah, and that's good. I would don't that's your first album.
Well, I really liked it. So I learned fingerstyle guitar from a guy named John Cephas and Roy Bookbinder. Okay, so Roy Bookbinder's still around. He learned from some great players, but John Cephas was born in like the 1920s, and he played with like Skip James and like all these crazy guys. Yeah. So he taught me how to play fingerstyle guitar.
Yeah.
Him and Roy Bookbinder, and I took these beginner classes because I was like, I don't know any of this stuff. Like, and so I'm taking these beginner classes, and they're like, what are you doing in the beginner class? You should be doing like this other stuff. But I'm very glad I did, because I got the concept of it, and I understood it, and I could develop it, because it was like a weekend class. You know, it wasn't like a long. I didn't learn from them for decades or something like that.
But the fundamentals you picked. I mean, you just picked up on your own.
Yeah, I really got into the blues, like the acoustic blues, very hard. Yeah. I still am. Yeah. I love the acoustic blues. Yeah.
We can tell by your repertoire, but well, and you know, during the introduction when we were making your head really big, I said, you know, I even said you were one of the preeminent fingerstyle guitarists in the area. So that you kind of were self-taught in the beginning is pretty impressive and pretty tremendous.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I wasn't completely self-taught, but
you started. You didn't go to the formal class on your own.
I never had a form. Well, I should say never, but I very rarely do. I always want to. I was always jealous. Randy Rhoads.
Yes.
He would always go every town he would travel to. He would take a guitar class from just some random guy. Yeah. So I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but this is what I heard.
It's a good story.
Yeah. So, and he would say, he's like, you can always learn something from someone, even though he was the world class guitarist. He would. Yeah. He was just. Yeah. So I like that idea, but I haven't been able to apply it as much as I'd like to. Although when you play the guitar, I watch you.
No, God, don't watch me. I'm a strummer, man. You know, so the acoustic nights and Stillwater Blackout, correct?
Correct.
And then you have a third album.
I actually have 2 more albums.
Well, you're holding out on us, dude.
I have another acoustic night. So Acoustic Night is my fingerstyle, no vocals series is what I call it. Okay. So I have Acoustic Night, A Pennsylvania Christmas, and Acoustic Night, Feather on a Cradle. So Feather on a Cradle.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
That's all like children's songs.
Or traditional songs.
Yeah.
Some of them are children's songs, but traditional songs. Now they've been turned into children's songs.
Okay.
I mean, most of them, because the melodies are public domain. So
what?
People feel they can just use them.
Yeah.
And they can.
And we played some off that too.
Yep. And then I have my newest album, which I really think is amazing, but people just, I don't know, people don't get it. It's called Disassembled Memories, and the whole thing's in open D minor, which is my tribute to the blues. Okay. And then I play the entire way through the album, and in between each song that I sing in, there's a instrumental part. Right. So it kind of, the whole thing blends together. Yeah. And then at the end, if you can hit it on repeat where it goes back, the last note will pull back into the beginning. Okay. And you can just listen to the whole thing constantly.
Well, that's a cool concept.
It's a really cool concept album, but most people, it's hard to explain it, and you know, it's hard to get an album's worth of listening time from anybody. Yeah. To be honest.
I mean, because when we were kids, we'd sit and put the needle on.
Listen. I love Pink Floyd and that kind of stuff. Grateful Dead. I'll listen to those albums all day. Yeah. So I thought it was a really cool album. To be honest.
And I will be honest, I didn't get that concept because that album, the Acoustic Night, I've listened to even long before you gifted me that. I don't know when that was, but you gifted me that album, the physical copy of it. Mm-hmm. And my wife and I, during the Christmas holidays, we put Christmas out, and I put yours on. We've listened to it through. But I've never listened to Disassembled Memories as a continual work. Oh, man. I've always played it just separate through the radio show. So that's cool. So I'm gonna have to sit down and listen to that thing all the way through.
And then so there's a lot of parallels in it too. Like the album it's not about, I can't pronounce his name right. Greek mythology, sorry, Daedalus. Yeah. Yep. So it's like heavily influenced by that story. Okay. If you read the title, it's like the Queen's Cow is one of the names of the songs, and Ballad of the Minotaur.
I didn't get that.
So there's like a lot of like underlying themes in it. The one song is about Icarus. Yeah. It's like literally about like.
I'm gonna have to give that a closer listen.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that brings us kind of up to now. Are you working on any? Well, we'll talk about what you're doing now, but just kind of whet our appetite. You're working on anything new now?
I have a lot of songs in the works. My problem is now I have so many in the works that I'm like, whoa. By the time I just need to sit down and finish one. That's really why I'm talking to Luke. I'm like, I just need some like, guidance here because I just jump around too much. I think sometimes I play a lot by feeling. Okay. Not always a good thing. It's sometimes a good thing. But so like sometimes if I don't feel a song, I just won't record it. Not that that's the best practice, but I don't know. Well, music is like audible feelings. I feel. So. Yeah.
If you're not feeling it, I mean, if you're not feeling it and can't convey that on either a performance or a recording, how am I gonna feel it?
And then being like I do, all my music to this point has been self-produced. I play every instrument on everything and do it all. So when I'm in the studio by myself, it's not always the easiest to be psyched up about everything. Sometimes you just, it's like, oh, I'm working again. I know it sounds bad, but that's what it feels like sometimes when it's just by yourself. So I'm really looking forward to trying to go to someone and I'm not saying I don't like the editing. I love producing my own music, but I don't sometimes have the patience to edit the way it should be edited.
Yeah. So. It's nice to have a second set of ears.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a second set of I don't know, just expertise with not only just the music, but also just the technology.
Yeah, and it's always changing, and there's different applications, and like you said, even just a different perspective, a different ear, it just makes all the difference. Yeah, it does. And now Blaze, I don't know where she got to, but she always helps me out with being an extra ear when I need it, by far. Yeah. And she is, if you need critique, Blaze will definitely help you out, I can tell you that.
Well, I would hope so. You can't even get a rise out of her. My God. No. So the next song that you're going to do is called "The Bern," Bern. So tee that one up for us.
The Bern. Oh.
Yeah, the Bern. Is it about the senator from Vermont?
No, it is not about that.
Good, because we don't do politics on here either.
No, it is not. I actually forgot about that correlation. No,
Sorry about that.
It's okay. So I had a cousin named Bernie, and growing up, I mean, my family is close. Even though we lived in Pennsylvania, like we have a really tight family. Yeah. It's nice. We have a reunion every year, and it's a lot of people, but we're all pretty tight. Yeah. And so I grew up, with my cousins. I'll say they were all older than me. My closest first cousin was like 12 years older than me.
Oh my gosh.
Or something. My dad's the youngest at 12.
Holy Hannah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Holy man.
Yeah, it's an Amish family. Yoder's an Amish name, so.
Okay.
So anyway, This song is about my cousin Bernie, and she was, can I say stabbed to death by her son.
This is a podcast, man. You can.
Her son was on drugs, and he ended up stabbing her to death.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. And the song is totally about her.
Oh man. Wow. Somebody, one of our, Ken Baxter, who we interviewed a few podcasts back ago, he was incarcerated for 5 years, and he went to prison almost like volunteer. Didn't volunteer to go to prison, but the story is kind of he chose to go to prison to. It's a long story. But anyhow, he wrote a song about one of the inmates, and one of the inmates said, just tell people I'm still here. And so he has a song called, I'm in here. Nice. And I said, what a great way to keep somebody alive.
Yep.
So the Bern.
The Bern. Yeah. I feel like it's what she would say.
Yeah.
If she could still talk.
So you've kept that maturity and that grounded maturity from your early songwriting, right? Is The Bern kind of a recent song?
It's pretty recent. I don't know if I have a date on there. 2001, October 2001.
Okay, I mean that's
it's pretty recent.
Yeah.
I go through songwriting phases where I write like a ton of songs, and then I'll just listen to different styles of music and get into different things, and then I'll have a whole new explosion of writing. Really, I write all the time, but I don't take the time to write out the songs.
Are you the guy that carries the guitar through the house and all that?
Yeah, usually.
In the bathroom and that?
No.
No?
Our bathroom's really small.
Oh, okay. But when we were younger,
oh, yeah. If my bathroom was big enough, it'd be...
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, yeah. So,
what else do you do?
TMI. Okay, so this is her full name again?
Bernie.
Yep. Okay. So this is Jason Yoder, his song for his cousin Bernie. It's called "The Bern" on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
Betrays when your lovely light gets lost along the way. When you feel like you are dead inside, just remember from my love you cannot hide. Love you in my morning and I'll love you in my night. Love you in my happiness and I'll love you in my fright. We spend half our lives just trying to figure out. But my moon, my sun, you can know it with no doubt. Love you in my death and I will love you with my life. But your love cuts just like a knife. When you're sitting all alone in there, just remember I still love you, I will always care. I love you in my morning and I love you in my night. Love you in my happiness and I'll love you in my fright. We spend half our lives just trying to figure out. But my moon, my sun, you can know it with no doubt. I love you in my death and I will love you with my life. But your love cuts just like a knife. And I love you in my night. Love you in my happiness and I love you with my fright. We spend half our lives just trying to figure out. But my moon, my sun, you can know it with no doubt. Love you with my death and I will love you with my life. But your love cuts just like a knife. In my death and I will love you with my life. But your love cuts just like a knife.
The Bird, that was really you captured what I envisioned as her, wow.
That's right.
Wow. That's
I always tell Blasa that, certain songs I write, they're my songs.
Yeah.
I could tell you a handful of them right now, but other songs, they just pop into my head.
Yeah.
And I really feel like they, spiritually, may sound really weird, but spiritually, I believe that there's some kind of connection, and it just hits me in the brain, and I just write it out.
You're like a conduit. I've got a couple songs like that. So where did that come from?
I literally sometimes if you read some of these, you can't even read them because I'm writing so fast, that I can't even write it down.
So when you, so do you approach your songwriting like, is it like, I've got to write, I got this idea, I've got to get it down, or are you just like playing and something pops and you write it down? How does that happen, or is it a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
It didn't used to be. It was more just spur of the moment before.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer it that way, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I still write most of my songs that way.
Okay.
But sometimes I'll have an idea for a song. It's my trips to Nashville.
Okay.
That got me like, pitching a song, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, this and that. So it gets you like thinking a little differently. So now if I have a really good line, I'll try to write a song around it too.
Okay. And when you write a song and it's done, is it done, or do you kind of craft it? You kind of, I call it, fine sandpapering it. You kind of craft it a little bit.
I really feel like the song is a part of you, and when you change, the song changes a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as you grow older and learn more, maybe different techniques in guitar, or just feel differently about maybe your own words.
Yeah.
You just play it a little different.
Yeah.
I think it's finished once I'm done writing
but
it down.
But
I have
back and like change words or change
every now and then certain songs I won't like maybe one word in it, and I'll just write it out quick so I have the song finished. Then it's done, at least done enough, and I'll always have that in the back of my head. And then one day I'll just be like, oh, that's the line I want for that, and I'll go back and rewrite it. So there are times I do.
Yeah.
If it's not released, if it's released, I don't even bother with it. It's just it's just what it is. Then.
Yeah. Bruce Barr, you know Bruce Barr.
I know Bruce Barr.
Yeah, good guy. Everybody knows Bruce. He kind of encouraged me when I started writing songs, and he said, approach it like a craft.
Yep.
Because he's a craftsman, he makes cabinets and stuff like that. And he said, approach it like a craft, and maybe step away from it for a little bit and come back, and that. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Now you alluded to going to Nashville. Tell us about that, because I forgot that you had done that. So
I really like Nashville a lot. Nashville to me, I grew up around, like I said, a lot of heavy hard rock bands, to be honest. Most of it was hard rock, and I always liked hard rock. I'm not going to say I didn't.
Yeah.
But I always felt like there was maybe it was my gospel upbringing that there's more spiritualness to music than what is put on sometimes. And we went to Nashville to attend a meeting that I
So the first time you went to Nashville was not for music then?
It was for music.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it was I got on. I'm a member of BMI, and I got on BMI and joined the this thing. There was a songwriting like mentorship, if you will, in Nashville for one. It was like a couple hours. So I was like, what are the chances? I'm like 15 people could get tickets, and it was all about if you got there in time. I didn't think I was going to get one. Well, I ended up getting one, so I was like, I guess I'm going to Nashville.
Wait, back the car up. So you went to Nashville hoping to get one of 15 tickets that you had to get there.
No, I got it online before I left.
All right.
That's what made me go, because I was like, I really didn't have money to go to Nashville, but I was like, well, I guess I'm going. So it happened to be like around Easter, and I don't know, things were cheap. We got a good cheap Airbnb for like $90 a night or something, and I was like, "This is great."
That's good for Nashville.
Yeah, now it really exploded.
Now, when was this? When was this?
Maybe 2018.
Oh, so pretty recent.
Yeah, I was always like nervous about, I don't know, playing in big areas. I don't know why. I always felt like I grew up in a small town, so I always felt like.
Yeah.
Like, what do they want to hear my stuff? And
so you were one of 15 people that got a chance to go down for this workshop.
Yeah, and there were people from all over. Like Nashville really brings people in from everywhere.
Yeah.
I know in the workshop there was a lady from like Washington State, and there was a guy from Michigan. Like, so people came from pretty much wherever to this thing. So I was very lucky to get the thing. It opened my eyes to a lot of. I don't know, practices of Nashville, if you will.
Yeah. So, I mean, you said it was like a couple hours, or?
Yeah, it was a couple hours meeting. And I was so nervous, and I really wanted to do like the songwriter rounds down there. And back then I had some songs. I mean, I could look here. Sorry, I was 17 when I went down there.
Okay.
Because I wrote this song after that. Another singer in Nashville.
Yeah.
I played this song at the Bluebird Bad Clown.
No kidding.
Yeah,
really?
I got into the Bluebird down there too. I was so nervous for that.
Oh wow.
Which it's just there again, timing. You call in and they just pick so many people. Whoever calls in and they get through, then you get to play. So it wasn't like they don't. I'm not going to say they don't care about talent. Bluebird very much cares about talent.
Say, wait a minute, you can't be a slacker
for the songwriter thing, it's for out of towners to be able to experience playing at the Bluebird. So you have I met people from England and
no kidding.
Yeah,
wow.
a lot of Europeans.
Really?
Coming. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you played at the Bluebird.
Yeah, I have. Played.
Okay,
I played a song at the Bluebird. I played one song at the Bluebird.
Hey, it's more than most of us have played at the Bluebird. So
yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm gonna say it was really fun. And then I'm gonna call it song drunk from Nashville because there's just the emotions that you get from people's own music that you don't get, like the raw, just emotional. It's just it's really, to me, it's sacred. It's a sacred thing.
Yeah. Have you gone back to Nashville?
Absolutely, yeah. We go back. I try to go back at least once a year.
Really?
I met a bunch of people down there, and so we went. I think last July was the last time I was down there.
Okay.
A good friend of mine, Jim, he got me on stage at the Alley Taps downtown. Yeah, so
wow.
He gets around. He plays all over down there. Jim Martin, he's a great guy. He's a blues guy in Nashville, basically.
Okay. So I mean, but your wheelhouse is really that blues. Yeah. How does that go over in places like the Bluebird and that down in Nashville?
So anymore, I feel like the country and the blues are kind of it's all kind of Americana now. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, there's still very diehard country and diehard blues stuff, but if you keep it middle of the road, it's not so bad. It's a fine line between blues and anything.
You look at a lot of Hank Williams stuff, and it's blues.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's his young songwriting and playing was, and I can't remember the name of the fellow, but it was an African American fellow that lived in Montgomery, Alabama, where he grew up, and it was all rooted in blues.
Yep.
So I mean, there's a lot of cross pollination.
There really is. There really is.
Are you so? I assume you're going back.
Yeah, we don't have anything on the schedule yet. We're thinking about it in September sometime. Yeah. There's a Americana Fest in September, which sounded fun.
Yeah. Well, go to the Country Music Hall of Fame. They have a big exhibit of the country rock. Like the Byrds and the Eagles and those stuff. I don't know if that's in your wheelhouse.
Yeah,
or not,
it is.
But, I want to get down and see that before it ends its run. I think it's in 2 years. It's there for 3 years, and I think they're finishing up their first year.
Oh, nice.
But there's so much down there.
Well, if you do go down there, my favorite place, I want to drop a name. It's Bobby Idle's Hour.
Oh,
Bobby's Idle Hour.
That.
Sorry, I said
Bobby's
it.
Idle Hour.
Yeah, Bobby's Idle Hour is like you go in there sometimes, and it's not a big bar.
Yeah.
They had to move a couple of times, but it is the only bar in Music Row, and you do get some like famous songwriters in there. They just come in and play sometimes. It's not all the time, don't get me wrong, but you do. They pop in. It's pretty cool.
Bob Randall went to Nashville, didn't he? He was playing down at Bobby's Idle Hour.
Yeah. Funny story about Bob. When we were down there, he called me up and he's like, "Hey, come over." He's like, "I'm going to," because he recorded at Sony Studios. Yeah. He's like, "Come on over." He's like, "I'll get you into the studios." And you come. So we went in there while he was recording.
Oh, cool.
It was really cool. Well, I don't know if he recorded or if it was just playback and the other people recording, but either way, we were in there when he was doing his recording.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a really neat experience.
There's another time you and I shared a stage with Jeff. I just remembered that you and I shared a stage with Jeff Mamet during Bob's songwriter showcase he did down at
Route 61.
Roadhouse. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a fun one too. That was a fun one too.
How the heck did I?
Bob.
How did they let me in the door for that one? I don't know.
Bob was in Nashville a lot too. He really liked.
Yeah. Good old Bob. I have to reach out to him because I know he's back in the area.
Yep. I heard that.
That's the thing about Nashville, though. I mean, just it's like here. Somebody said, "Well, man, who's the best guitarist in in Nashville. I said, it's probably the guy that's delivering your pizza, man. I said, it really is.
There are some phenomenal players down there, but honestly, there's some absolutely phenomenal players up here.
Oh my gosh, yes.
In my opinion, there's a high correlation between Nashville and what we have here. There's just
expand on that because because we alluded to that in the first part. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's just so. I don't know if I'm gonna say this the right way, but Nashville is very money driven now. It's very corporate. Yeah.
It's a business.
So it's hard to get the raw stuff on the radio and recorded. Yeah. But if you go out and listen to the songwriters, you'll hear it. And that's what we do when we go to Nashville. We try not to go to don't get me wrong, we go to Broadway.
I got you.
We do the tours thing too, but I try to get in they say in Nashville, if you go to a songwriter round, go out back because that's where all the songwriters are. So if you want to ever talk to them, they're just out back hanging out.
Cool.
Yeah, right. I just go out back and they're like, hey, you're one of us. If you're out, you know what I mean? They're not, there's not a lot of pretentious people in that community down there. It's really nice. It's.
Are they do they kind of support each other as well?
Very much so. And honestly, if you're a nice person and you're not just, if it's not all about you and you're there to generally appreciate what's going on, they are very supportive of everyone. They're just, and I feel that's what I like about there and here.
And here, because I have said that. See, not only do the breadth of talent and the breadth of talent, and also just the breadth of genres that we have here, but everybody to a person. I mean, there's a few that it's like. Everyone to a person is very supportive of each other.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I think that's very important when it comes to music. Well, they even in Nashville, this is what got me thinking too. They say raising tide lifts all ships.
Exactly.
So if you help support other people, it's going to help support you. It's just going to the whole community is better off because of it.
Yeah, and and not. I don't like to toot my own horn. This isn't about me, but that's the fun of doing this radio show and this podcast. This ain't about me. I just enjoy, getting some people some exposure that they may not have had.
And in turn, it does make it about you, though. But it's okay. It's not. It's not. You're. I like that about that, though. Yeah. When you help someone, you also you get and you give. It's just it's.
But you do. I mean, you do that with the songwriter showcases that you did down at the Isle of Q and now up at Eclipse. You're one of the big mentors in this area, and you're very supportive of from every level of songwriter, from the Jeff Mammoths down to the me's. Seriously, I don't consider myself up there with them, but you're very supportive, and you give us all a vehicle and a venue to kind of come out and try some stuff that we may not be able to do.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Oh my gosh, it's such a...
So I'm going to go back to Nashville. I know I talk about Nashville a lot. I try not to.
That's okay.
One time I was at the Roadhouse, and I just got back from Nashville, and I said something to Ed about Nashville. He's like, "Oh, you're always talking about Nashville."
Ed is who?
Ed Krebs.
Yeah. Did he used to? Because he does the Duck Inn.
He is. Right? Yeah, he runs the Duck Inn.
Did he run the Route 61?
Yes, he did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was the chef, and he booked all the music.
I didn't know that. I have not met him yet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. He's a great guy.
Coming up, especially when I did the interview with Rebecca Jade. He came up in that. Mm-hmm. I said, I've never met him.
Yeah. He's when I first started going to the Roadhouse, he wouldn't really play out and sing, and now he's performing with Jaded. He even does solo shows.
I see that.
I always thought he was good, don't get me wrong, but he was always a little shy about it, I think. You know how it is. I mean, the first time I sang, I think I was at Gooseberry's. Do you remember Gooseberry's?
Mm-mm.
There's this tiny little bar in Northumberland, and they had an open mic, and I was so nervous to play. I thought I was gonna just fall through the floor.
The first time you played out in front of
I was at open mic with my. I didn't even want to play.
So you were by yourself?
Yeah, acoustic guitar.
When was this? What ballpark? When was this?
Let me think.
I keep putting you on the spot with years. But...
Yeah, I'm horrible with years.
Well, when you get to your age, I mean.
Yeah. I like that. At least I have an excuse,
That's
right?
right. That's right. Wait till you get to 60.
I'm going to say maybe 2002, 2001.
That's the first time. Make sure I'm getting this because I want to be astonished for the right reason. That's the first time you played out by yourself in public?
Yeah, solo in public.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't like to be solo. I had this, when I was in chorus, I had this solo. I was in like musicals and stuff, and every time I have to sing a solo, I would turn bright red and like be so embarrassed.
No kidding.
Yeah, I still feel that sometimes. I get a little timid on stage when I start, and then by maybe the second or third song, I feel like comfortable. I kind of, but I don't. I still feel a little.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, you hide it well because I wouldn't.
I was super shy as a child.
Really?
I didn't even. When I was in kindergarten, the first time I had to get on the bus, I stood behind a tree that was maybe like 5 inches wide. The bus driver tells my mom that I'm hiding behind a tree.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's surprising. I love doing these because you learn, some big monumental thing or just some like little nuance of stuff. I would never have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed that.
I try.
You're very confident. I mean,
I see it as like I said, I did a lot of plays and acting in theater. So
did you really?
Yeah, I always try to take it on a Jason Yoder, the musician persona when I'm on stage.
Okay.
It sounds weird, but
no, but I think a lot of performers, musicians, it's they have their lack of better term, their off-duty persona and their on-stage persona.
Yep.
Maybe, I don't, So did you do plays in like high school or did you
elementary school, high school?
Okay. Did you do any like community theater or anything?
I did not. I joined a play in college. I was in college. I didn't graduate college, but
That's all right.
I went to college for 3.5 years.
Yeah. What college you go to?
I went to Pitt Johnstown and Susquehanna.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. So I tried to do it, but they were just over the top, and I just couldn't get into it. I just could not get into it. So I kindly bowed out from that. I always like acting, though.
Really?
Yeah. It's
for somebody that's a little shy getting on stage. You like that? Hey.
I think that's why, because then I don't have to be me on stage. I can be something else.
So you could be like the next Tom Waits. Good songwriter and a good actor. Too.
I do admire Tom Waits. I can tell you that.
Yeah. He was just in what was it? It was a movie recently, like a year ago.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Well, he was in that, but it was like a pizza movie. There's pizza part of it. I can't think of it. Anyhow, he did a great job. He was in the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, that's why I like doing this stuff. So we're gonna have Jason play another song here. This one is "Find Me Waiting." So tee that one up for us a little bit. What is it? New? Is it old?
It's a pretty old song. I had it written. I wrote it after one of my first trips to Nashville.
Okay.
I consider it a very country song.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very. It has the country feel and strum, and then it gives you that southwestern feeling. I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. It's definitely a country song. It's pretty kind of a straightforward one. It's called "Find Me Waiting," and it's about basically the telephone pulse on the other end, like your heartbeat would be.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, are all of your songs, or the majority of your songs, kind of rooted in like a personal experience, or can you write something that's completely separate from an experience?
I can write something completely separate from
Okay. So could you, and this isn't a flip question, could you write a song just like, if you were commissioned to write a song for the sub shop across the street, could you do it?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I could.
Really?
I wrote a song,
cool.
a friend of mine, Joel Walters, he had, his granddaughter was in a car accident, and he wrote these lyrics down and sent them to me one night, and I made it into a song.
Wow.
Well, we made it into a song, I should say. I put the music to it, basically, and added maybe a couple lines. But I basically used his words and his emotion and wrote it from his perspective. There's a lot of them. I did the Electric City Music Conference. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's this a friend of mine, Joe, puts it on up in Scranton.
Oh, okay.
And they get bands in from everywhere,
Yeah.
and it's pretty cool. They put them all over town. They play them. And we were at Coney Island, I think in Scranton.
Okay.
And there was this old lady sitting there. Just, I felt her. I don't know what I was feeling, but I totally felt her. And I came home and wrote a song, which I think was her words. But I don't. It has nothing to do with me. I mean, I guess it does. Maybe aspirations I have had or have, but it wasn't really my feelings at the time.
You're a consummate professional songwriter. I mean, that's just, just from what I've heard of you and what you just kind of shared with us. Dang.
Well, some might argue with the professional part.
I wouldn't. They'll have to come through me if they do. So this is Find Me Waiting from Jason Yoder on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
Solo in the moonlight, like you and I once did. It fills my heart with delight. Back then we were just kids, just another lonely boy without you. Like my heart is on the line, and my pride it won't let me say I'm anything but fine. And my heart goes on without you, just a pulsing like that tongue. But every time I think you'll call me, find me waiting by the phone. I feel so dry and empty, like a cactus in the sun. Instead of water, I'll drink whiskey. No one's calling, no one comes. Just another lonely boy without you. Like my heart is on the line, and my pride it won't let me say I'm anything but fine. And my heart goes on without you, just a pulsing like that tongue. But every time I think you'll call me, find me waiting by the phone. my pride, it still gets me. Drinking whiskey with no one.
Find Me Waiting. So you wrote that. You wrote that inspired by or coming out of Nashville, correct?
Yeah, it's very country. I didn't really embrace I was always standoffish of country.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to country. My dad listened to country. Yeah. Chris Christopherson, which wasn't really country, but when you're listening to 80s rock, it's kind of country. Yeah. So I was always like, oh, it's my dad's music, and then I went to Nashville and I just totally embraced the country side of me. Yeah. I just really did. I feel like it's a nice different aspect of the same person.
And everybody's talks about the current country, and it's pop music with but you go back to when Chet Atkins was making the Nashville sound. They had the same complaints back in the 50s.
Yeah.
mean, Jim Reeves, people will not deny that he's country. Patsy Cline would not deny that she's country. But all of that was called this, what they call the Nashville Politan or something like that. That Chet Atkins developed, and that's country.
The fancy country.
Yeah. I can't remember what the term they call it.
So there's this, I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but there was or was it Amazon? One of the two. Yeah. I get Amazon Prime and Netflix, so it was one of the two. There's this country documentary all about country western music, and it dips into that. It's amazing, some of the stuff.
And people that and I'm not a big fan of the current country. They call it bro country or something like that.
Yeah, me neither.
But I said you go back. We've had the same, and it's just the way that music evolves.
Yeah, I feel like it's different though.
It is.
It's different. Yeah. Music got a lot more simple, I believe. At least on the pop level, it's super simple music.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
It's simple music, but the production. I was just listening to something, and the whole vocal was just auto-tuned.
Everything's auto-tuned.
I don't like to be negative about music, but it was almost annoying. I'm like, okay, but people like it.
Yeah, I mean, it has its places, I believe.
Yeah. So what's your grounding wheelhouse? What's your foundational grounding wheelhouse in music? Is it blues? Is it country? Is it folk? Is it kind of everything?
I would say kind of everything. Yeah. I mean, I do believe that the blues is the root of all American music, pretty much. Anyway,
I agree.
If it's not classical, it came from the blues.
Yeah.
I mean, but the blues. I don't think the blues were only necessarily a cultural aspect, if you will. It's very cultural, don't get me wrong, but I do believe that it's more of a locale than anything.
I just did an interview with the Cadillac Cats for the last episode of the podcast. Blues is rooted here in Williamsport, and I don't know why. And I know up in the Williamsport area, it's really big, and a lot of it had to do with Chris Bovard and a lot of the blues and the
Billtown
blues and all that. I mean, we have a big blues.
Yeah, and the blues are such a diverse sound. I mean, you have everything from simple guitar parts on the acoustic guitar to quite intricate guitar parts on the acoustic guitar to almost rock and roll. Yeah. And it's all considered blues, you know, so it does.
Yeah. There's a fine line between blues and country and rock. I mean, it's just all, well, as we said, Hank Williams was rooted in the blues, and, he's a country icon. So,
they say the heart of rock and roll's in the beat.
That's right.
It's true.
That's right. Yeah. So you've got a little bit of everything in your musical DNA. What's your favorite kind of place to play? Your favorite kind of venue or favorite, what kind of place do you like to play?
Oh man, I really like if I can get into my own music and just really not have to worry about what's in front of me, but what I'm playing, I don't really care where I'm playing.
Okay.
I could be playing for 2 people or 0 people and just myself and the birds, and I absolutely love it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love getting in front of people too and showing my thing. I mean, who doesn't? You spend years practicing something, you want to be able to show someone, and it's not. I don't think it has anything to do with ego, more as you're just proud of your craft.
Right.
You've been doing it for so long that if you're good at building a house, nobody says, "Oh, look, he's such an ego person. He's building a house. He thinks he's good at building a house." You know what I mean?
Well, you want to share that. You want to share that skill that you have.
I know I'm not perfect by any means, but
who is?
I mean,
yeah, perfect is the enemy of good.
Yeah.
So,
that's
true. So speaking of playing places, where what do you got coming up for the summer? And
so I do the songwriter showcase at Eclipse
Eclipse Craft Brewing in Sunbury.
Yep, the first Thursday of every
month.
Every month.
And I've stunk up that songwriter showcase a couple times. And I think we've had this conversation. You open this thing up and you think, oh, you're only going to get like 2 or 3 songwriters. How many do you get?
I think we average about 10.
I know.
I would say 10.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there's some days it's a lot. Yeah. Last time you weren't there for the last one. I was very excited for it. So it was just Kevin Regan and I were there first. And we got to sit down and do Songwriter in the Rounds, which I really like to do.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
So we got to do that, and then the whole night turned into the Songwriter in the Rounds. So it was really cool.
But I think you shared that's kind of you. Maybe I'm speaking out of school here, but that's kind of what you want to kind of do.
I would love it to be in the rounds because you get a different feeling.
Yeah.
It's when certain people are on stage by themselves, even me, I feel it. I feel like maybe intimidated if there's a crowd, just me against the whole crowd. Now, if there's 2 other people beside me, I feel less intimidated all of a sudden. I can perform better. I feel like you feel a camaraderie with the songwriters on stage. So I feel like it really does. It brings out a different and I think better aspect of the music.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a songwriter showcase, Eclipse Craft Brewing, the first Thursday of the month at 6:30.
Correct.
Yeah. What else you got coming up?
Axe and Fiddle. I don't know if you know.
Yes, we do. Yes,
my good friend Caleb Minium and I, we do a duo. It's me on the guitar and a lot of original songs.
Yeah.
Still.
You guys, I saw you down at the Rusty Rail, I think, earlier in this year. And you had a pretty full house, and you kept them in their seats the whole night. I mean, you guys did a great job. Yeah.
Caleb really adds to it. I mean...
How did you meet him?
He's a high school friend. He was in...
Is he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was also those bands that I was like, oh, man, you guys are bands. He was in a band called Lobotomy with a good friend of mine, Ben Lynch.
Lobotomy?
Lobotomy. That was the name of it. I can still remember a couple of their songs, man. I think they were good.
That's funny.
If I tell them to him, he laughs at me. But they wrote great songs. I mean, I think Caleb might be the only one that still plays, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Caleb actually did do a couple of original solo things too, but he doesn't talk about them too much.
Okay. I don't think I've ever met him. I know I've seen you guys play, but I don't think I've ever met him. So I'll have to fix that
yes.
sometime, so.
He's a really great guy. He's busy. He's got a family. And,
now, where are you guys playing with Axe and Fiddle?
So we do Eclipse every third Wednesday. We're at Eclipse Craft Brewing.
Okay.
Yep, we play. It was going to be every other month was going to be me solo and then Caleb, but we got such a good response the first time we played there. I just wanted to keep it going.
Good.
I really like playing with him.
Yeah.
I feel like he adds a dimension that I can't get by myself. And he started singing more harmonies now too.
Oh, good.
So I'm super excited.
Oh, wow.
It's we're developing quite nicely.
And how long has that project been going on?
Oh shoot. I don't even know when the first... I would say 2018.
That long?
We've been playing together for a while.
Because I really only became aware of it like the last maybe year or two.
Yeah, it might even be before that.
Okay.
Like, we were playing together for a while. But I had a lot of solo gigs booked, and I'd play out a lot of solo shows. And he didn't travel as much, or... some of my shows would be a little further away, and he wouldn't really want to go.
Sure.
There weren't maybe necessarily enough money either for 2 people.
Right.
So I had a lot of solo stuff, and then it kind of developed about half and half. And now, honestly, I play with him quite a bit. We were just up at Brookmere Winery for Mother's Day.
Okay.
That's a very awesome venue.
Yeah.
Very awesome. It's an old barn this family has. It's just really nice.
Wow.
Yeah. So we get around. We get around a little bit.
And you're playing a festival up in the North Branch of the Susquehanna.
Yeah, it's called
August.
The North Branch Art Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. They
Now is that like a big like an all day festival, or is it
no?
like...
So every week they put on. I think it's every week. They put on a show, and it used to be at the same venue, but this year they're putting it in 3 different venues.
Oh, cool!
So it's spread across the North Branch, and then this guy Dan Tompkins is his name. He has this thing where he starts at, I don't know if it's the same one or not. I'm just new to this. He literally, I talked to him like last week about it. But I'm really excited for it. But he starts up at the tip of the Susquehanna. In New York? Cooperstown. Yeah. And they play shows the whole way down to Sunbury.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm excited for that.
And so your show is when and where?
August 30th, Lake Cary, the old Carter Barn, I believe it's called. It's online under the North Branch Art Trail.
Okay. And we'll link that in the podcast description, and as it comes up, we'll promote it not only in the radio show but on our Facebook page. And then that's near and dear to my heart. You're doing the songwriter showcase up at the Back House with.
Very excited about that.
I am too, and Alicia Suley. And because you had just alluded to the songwriter in the round kind of thing, and that's what it is.
Yes.
And we started these in September, and it was inspired by Bob Randall's songwriter thing that he did.
Awesome.
Roadhouse a couple of years ago that you and I participated in. So I am really excited about that, and this is. I think this is the first. Yeah, this will be the first one we've had with people that exclusively from outside of Williamsport.
Ooh.
Yeah. So no Williamsport artists for June 16th. It's all people from outside the area, which I wanted to do because get some exposure for songwriters.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate that. I have been in the Williamsport area though.
Yeah, I know.
Consider myself that's part of my playing ground.
That's good.
It's a top edge a little bit, but I don't get up there as much as I should.
But see, and that's and that's my other goal is to get some of these get some cross pollination of because the Sunbury, Lewisburg, this area has like a really vibrant area. Williamsport does. Danville.
Absolutely.
So.
Before I knew anybody in Williamsport at all, I played at DeSalvo's. You know DeSalvo's?
Yeah.
I had gigs there. They would hire me to play there. It was a really cool place to play.
Yeah.
A really cool place. No, but it wasn't like, you were sort of background music a little bit, but they treated you so good. Yeah. They would cook you a meal when you were done, and it was like the chef's choice. They're like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Just chicken fingers." They're like, "No." They laughed at me and said no, and then maybe this immaculate meal. I was like, "Oh my god!" Yeah,
I don't know if I think they still do music there. So
yeah, I haven't been up there in forever.
Oh well, try to fix that. So, we also do just a real quick rig rundown. The guitar you've been using is what? What do you got?
I play a Larrivee guitar mostly. My first the guitar I recorded my first album on was an Alvarez guitar, which I really like my Alvarez guitars. Mm-hmm. I think they play great for the money. Yeah. They're great, but I was driving through Hanover, and this sign on this wall said, Amish made furniture and guitars. So I was like, are those Amish guitars? I was like, I have to see this.
Oh,
it's an Amish guitar. Anyway, the furniture was Amish made and the guitars were separate.
Got it.
But it was confusing for me, obviously. But the guy was selling Larrivee guitars, which is my Larrivee is what I play. I have 2 of them now. And I played it and I fell in love with it. I was like, this is great. I love Martin guitars, don't get me wrong. Yeah, Martins are great. But for me, they play a little harder than what this Larrivee plays.
Oh, really?
It's a smoother play, in my opinion.
Now you use a lot of alternate tunings too, correct?
I wouldn't say a lot. I use open D minor.
Well, to me, a lot is one. So if you use more than one alternate tuning, that's
yeah,
a lot.
I do. I guess I do. So then, yes.
Yeah. So when you gig out, do you take like 2 or 3 guitars and have them pre-tuned, or do you tune on the fly?
I used to play out. I'd take 2 guitars, have one tuned to open D minor, and then one tuned to standard.
Yeah.
And anymore, I just if I may like play a half an hour of open D minor, because it depends. I guess it depends on where I'm at. The show might dictate more time, but I really like the open D minor tuning. It gives it a different sound and feeling. But I feel like it also, I mean, I learned in standard tuning, so I feel like it limits me. After a certain point, I feel like I'm kind of repeating. So I don't like to play more than I'd say an hour on it, you know, and then I like to switch.
Yeah.
So I'll just do a break and then tune up. Yeah. It's just easier.
Do you use any, so what, in getting down into the guitar nerd, what kind of strings do you have a preference or just?
Diodario. I like Diodario strings.
Okay.
Yep.
What gauge?
11s. I like 11s.
Yeah. Do you run any effects pedals? Or
no effects.
Yeah. You don't strike me as an effects guy.
No effects. Yeah. If I play electric, I might use a little distortion and chorus, but...
Now, do you do any amplification, though, or do you just play...
I have a direct box right into the, my PA system, so... Right. I'll run my direct box, which is a really nice direct box that has EQ on it. And,
yeah. What brand is it?
LR Bags.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cool. So
it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Blaze got it for me for my one Christmas present one year.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know, she spoils me. I think this was a Christmas present too.
Yeah.
The Larrivee, I call it my twin. Well, not my twin. Yeah. I have my first Larrivee didn't have the cutout, so I have a boy and a girl.
Oh, cool. Very good. So, anything that we didn't talk about that you wanted to talk about?
Really, just keep on writing music, keep on playing music, and like do your thing. Like the world's better with music. That's all I can say. Yeah. It's helped me through my life more than I can even express. Like more than I can even, and it still does to this day. Yeah. So
you keep playing music, you keep writing music because your music is therapeutic for a lot of us, me included. I really enjoy your stuff. We enjoy playing your stuff. Jason Yoder, it has been a pleasure, my good friend. Mine. Really. And you can catch Jason Yoder out on out in the wilds here in central Pennsylvania. And check him out on his website. Do you have a website address?
JasonPYoder.com.
There you go, JasonPYoder.com, his Facebook page. And from the Rec Room Radio Hour specifically, catch him June 16th at the Backhouse Cafe in Williamsport, along with Jeff Mamet and Alicia Suley for our third songwriter showcase up in Williamsport. And Jason's going to play us out with one of my favorite songs of his. And this is a song called Walking Stick Blues.
Moses, lend me your walking stick, Moses. Lend me your walking stick, Moses. I wanna walk to the promised land. Now Moses walked into Egypt to set his people free. Pharaoh said, "No, my little brother, I cannot let this be." Moses, lend me a walking stick, Moses. Lend me a walking stick, Moses. I wanna walk to the promised land. Stopping his people from leaving, Pharaoh felt his pain. Moses said, "Man, I must walk right up." And that's when those plagues that came. Moses, lend me a walking stick, Moses. Lend me a walking stick, Moses. I wanna walk to the promised land. There's blood in the water, the frogs, the lice and flies, diseased livestock and boils, and even the first people be. But he changed his mind and chased after them. He couldn't swim out of that sea. So lend me your walking stick, Moses. Lend me your walking stick, Moses. Lend me your walking stick, Moses. I wanna walk to the promised land. The land of milk and honey. Moses he never saw. But on top of that mountain, well, he wrote down that law. Lend me your walking stick, Moses. Lend me your walking stick, Moses. Lend me your walking stick, Moses. I wanna walk to the promised land. I wanna walk to the promised land. I wanna walk to that promised land.
Nicely done, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Walking Stick Blues by request from Jason Yoder. Thanks to Jason for sitting down with us and chatting. It was great. He is a good friend, and I love him dearly. And thanks to Cupcake, Sprinkles, and Shadow for making us feel warm and welcome while we interview Jason at his offices in downtown Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Catch Jason on his website, his social media platforms, out with Axe and Fiddle, out with his solo shows, and the Songwriter Showcase, the first Thursday of every month at Eclipse Craft Brewing in downtown Sunbury, kicking off at 6:30 p.m. Hey, and at 6 o'clock p.m. on Tuesdays, please listen to the Rec Room Radio Hour for 2 hours of great local music from the central Susquehanna Valleys on WXPIRadio.org. And while you're there, please consider making a financial contribution to the station. Hey, I am Michael Lundy, your host, and thanks to Clark McLean Band for the theme. Until next time, don't fret, stay tuned, and play nice. Bye-bye.